I guess this is here to just retest your skills. The remains of Simon's chroma. Do you wish to fight Simon again? Yeah, I think I really appreciate when they do this kind of stuff, because it's like, let's say the first time, you're just like, you know what, I just want the win. I don't really give a shit like how I do it. Maybe you looked it up and you found the one-shot strategy or whatever it was, that's fine. Everyone can do their own thing, but then you're like, in the future, you're like, when I have more time, I actually want to go back and do it. I want to try and solo Simon, like whatever it is you're trying to do. Leaving those options available, because he is a challenge fight. So being able to kind of come back and just challenge him whenever you want, I think that's nice. So, where are we at now? In my mind, at least, we're at the end. Like we're basically done. But there's a couple of things that we need to discuss. There's still actually quite a lot more content to come. But in terms of like just today's session and what I had planned for, we're at the end. But we are going to continue, and there's still definitely some stuff to do. Now, what is there to do? There's a few things I want to collect. I think the first thing I would like to do is the journals. So clearly I'm missing a few. I'm not missing like a crazy amount, but I'm definitely missing some. And this is the stage where I can just look everything up online and kind of use editing and just basically fly through these and find them for you. Obviously, if any are guarded by bosses or areas I haven't been to, we'll have a look at those. So we'll complete all of the journals. That's one thing. I think, other than that, I don't know if there's anything super important that I want. I want to do, like, the missing, like, little gestrels, I think they were. Find those guys. If there's literally areas that I haven't seen yet, I want to do that. And I think those are, like, some of the primary things, and then I'll just have a general look at what I've been missing. Now, today is literally the morning after, well, it's afternoon actually since I started. The afternoon after Expedition 33 basically sweeped everything at the Game Awards. Not absolutely everything, but they basically won like all of the main stuff, like Game of the Year, like Story of the Year, like music and directing, and I think the actors won all of the awards, so like they absolutely crushed everything. I don't know the full list. I haven't actually been on to like look at it, but the people that I spoke to said that basically Expedition 33 cleaned up. And that's not a surprise to me. I've been saying it ever since I saw the nominations. I was like, I think this game's going to sweep. Like, it's basically going to take everything. Again, like all of the stuff I've already said, I'm not going to repeat myself about why I think it's a great game, but definitely did not surprise me. So congratulations to the team once again. I can't even imagine what it must be like for those guys. Like, can you imagine a team like those guys? Yeah, of course, like they're not all completely like noob game developers or anything. They've got like history, and they've worked on other things, of course, that have been successful, I'm sure. But to come together like this, there's absolutely no way, no matter how confident I think you are about the game that you designed, that you think, oh yeah, we've made a game that's going to sell like over 5 million copies within the first few months. You know, like on a debut effort, and it's going to basically sweep the main awards at the TGAs, at the Game Awards. Like, I don't think, you have to be a little bit delusional, I think, like during development, to think that that's realistic for your first ever game. And the fact that these guys pulled it off, like, I can't even imagine what they must be feeling. Like, the pride and the joy they must be feeling about what they've produced is incredible. Like, they've made a piece of history, and that's absolutely amazing, and it's something that's not, like, it's never going to happen for so many of us, you know. And the fact that they've managed to achieve something so special like that, they're never going to forget that for the rest of their lives, and they've made a fantastic contribution to the history in the world of gaming. So yeah, massive congrats. Now, I did mention that there's a DLC, and I did say it's probably likely that by the time I finish, that stuff's going to come out. Like, literally, I think it's come out either today or like it's basically coming out, like it's absolutely imminent. So what this means is that in terms of you guys viewing the content, I'll be able to do a little bit more. I think it's not like super crazy substantial extra content, but there's definitely a bit more to do as well. And so we'll get to do some of that as well, and this will end up being a very complete list for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which was kind of my goal. Once I realized I really liked this game, I was like, that's how I want to do it. It's not in a guide format, which I tend to not do anyway. There's basically only one game I ever truly made in a guide format, and that's of course Final Fantasy X. And all the others, even if they do basically end up having like a platinum trophy, like Elden Ring or something, like it's just, the playlist features all of the content necessary to get it, but it's not presented in a way that I'd recommend you to follow it for that purpose, you know? But it's kind of nice that it's still all there for games that I enjoy that much, and I enjoy the general process of getting everything for. So I think that's the general idea. We still have some stuff to come, because we're going to clear all of these checklisty things, and the journals obviously give a bit more lore and insight. That's why I want them to. And then we're going to have a look at this extra, like, free bonus DLC content that they've given us. I think from what I'd seen, the new area is called Verso's Drafts. So we've been in Renoir's Drafts, and that obviously has some really high-level stuff, and it led us to the Abyss and Simon. And I think they know that a lot of people went hard on like these bosses and the challenge content and that kind of thing. So I think they've got a few bosses that are probably going to, maybe not a few, but some bosses that are going to make Simon probably look relatively easy in comparison. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to begin by trying to hunt down journals, and we'll continue from there, because I've got some more time to record today. I just hope there's not too much missable shit, and it's like you have to do a new game plus, you can't get it the first time. Then I'll potentially reconsider. So there's another gestural beach. Expedition 37's journal, it says its location is Gestural Beach, but then it says requires SK's fly ability. So there's multiple Gestural Beaches, I guess.
Through the sky.
Is this? Okay, I was going to say, is this one I haven't done before? Yeah, it might be one I thought I did, like it's been named. It's been so long since I've come back to try any of this stuff that... I mean, if it's one I haven't done, I'll do the challenge. Yeah, this is a new one. Oh crap. Obviously, like, in exploring around, there's definitely lots of places I'm sure I've missed too. I was mostly on the hunt for, like, bosses and areas that contain bosses, but... I want to try this. Yeah, sometimes you get lucky and there's, like, a big gap. The right one always seems a lot emptier. Yeah, I only had to dodge once. Nice. Hello, sir. Someone made it here? Color me impressed. You are the second expedition who managed to climb this wall. Who are the others? I think it was someone from Expedition 60. But they refused my reward. Said they would never wear any clothes. But you seem to enjoy clothes. Perhaps you'll enjoy this. Okay, I found it in an old farmhouse along the cliff. It's so soft and pretty. Looking at it made me happy. I hope wearing it makes you happy too. Thank you, that's very kind. It's not quite my size anyway. There you go, another outfit obtained. So then that was it. Wasn't too bad. I think we're literally, like, at the end of the game, let's just get some random stuff on the wardrobe. You guys know me, I'm not much of a wardrobe guy, but... I'm just going to pick some random stuff. Wait, that makes her face kind of disappear like that? That's a bit weird, no? Maybe it's just lighting. Yeah, the lighting's a little odd on these, but... Siren, okay. We're just going to get some random outfits here. The Mael swimsuit. The sack of potato one looks kind of funny. We're going to do that. Yeah, so this is like the time to just be silly and have fun. We've done all the hard work at this stage. Once we start the DLC, then yes, but... Damn. Glowing. And then this is him, basically. This is like his Clive outfit. Primed Clive. And then, of course... Ridiculous. They all look ridiculous. Okay. I literally missed the thing I came for because I got too excited by the costumes. It was right at the entrance anyway, though. Alright, let's have a listen.
Law, 37th expedition. Should I feel guilty for enjoying what's left of my life? Should I feel guilty for abandoning the others when the expedition was so clearly doomed? Nobody listened to me. Apparently getting slaughtered by Nevrons or this white-haired man is an appealing future for them all. At least I had fun here. I didn't realize how quickly time has passed. The Gamage is tomorrow. I've been trying to overcome this Jestrel's challenge for months now. But it seems even more of a challenge than defeating the Paintress. I guess I'll never see the Jestrel's grand prize. That's my only regret in life.
Damn. If that's her only regret in life, fair play, man. Not much of a team player, though. But given the context, I can understand it on some level. Obviously, I'd like to think that I'd never do that. I'd stick with my team until the end, but I'm sure there's some people who just say, you know what, screw this. Especially after they see Renoir, they're just like, nah, this ain't happening. Forget this. Okay. So that's 37. I'm sure we'll discover some of the areas I haven't visited. I mean, that's a good example right there. Where is 38? Yellow Harvest.
Here we go.
Alright, Yellow Harvest. Okay, so we have Yellow Harvest. We're looking for number 38 here. From Harvester's Hollow Flag, walk down towards the area. Before jumping down, turn right to see a slope. So we're not going to fight anything if we can help it. This area was cool, I remember, visually. Definitely come a long way, man. Obviously, I started the game like months ago, and then took a relatively long break after finishing it. But like within the game too, just the sheer amount of different areas and designs and stuff really makes you feel like you've been on quite the expedition. I think there it is.
Nicholas, Expedition 44. The idea was you'd only have to fool the first one. Then Jules can wear its carcass to trap the next, and so on, until we all have proper cover. But disguising ourselves as Nevrons has proven to be extremely ineffective, to say the least. Maybe they recognize each other by their chroma. Anyway, it was an utter failure. To any expeditions that follow our trail, do not disguise yourselves as Nevrons. It doesn't work.
Damn. There you go. So I know 38 is here, but apparently 44 was as well. Yeah, we found another one. Guess there's a bunch around here. Nice.
Expedition 38, Genevieve. We buried Patrick near the lake, so he could be close to water. I know he really missed the aqua farm and his floating gardens. Pierre Ska thinks it's a waste of time to update these journals, but I find it strangely comforting. I suppose at its core, it's a record that we existed, that we still exist. The Gommage is coming, but I feel at peace. Just the two of us, but we managed to carve out a tiny sliver of a life of our own. I should feel guilty, maybe, for abandoning the mission, but I don't. I'm just glad that when tomorrow comes, it'll be Pierska at my side. Until the end.
Yeah, another one that decided to abandon the mission. As I've been saying, I can definitely understand why. Okay, I mean, since I haven't explored this area fully, I feel like I probably still should. There is a gestural shop here. What is this place? I was traveling with my bruv, and he just left me here. Okay, we can fight him. Auto death. Kill self on battle start. Interesting. See what else he has. In case we pick up any like stuff like pictos that we don't have. Well, having the full list of pictos might be a pain in the ass. Gesture on gesture action there. Ah, good brawl. Something I'm familiar with. Unlike this whole place. Okay. Teamwork, 10% increased damage while all allies are alive. Damn. That's a cool Lumiere to have. You see? I could have made use of that in basically the whole game. Crazy. Depending on how hard some of these new DLC bosses are, I might need to do that. Okay. Don't you worry though. I'm going to find my brother eventually. Haha. I think. Good luck to you, bruv. Let's go. Yeah, I think like completing the entire picto list is quite a big ask. Yes, there is a big yellow harvest, huh? Yeah, okay. I think that makes more sense now. I have been here before, I guess I didn't explore all of it. Still might be wrong, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, let's see what's next. 42 is Old Lumiere. Okay, we've got this path as well. Ah, this is the one. Cool. This is where your journal is.
Well, that will help.
Yeah, 5,000 is a good little haul. Okay, number 42.
Armand, Expedition 42. It's been 2 weeks, and still no word from Freya or Olivier. They've never missed a check-in before, no matter how exciting their find. Oh, my friends, I hope the end was swift. The grandest exhibit is likely our last, but as Olivier would say, it is also our grandest. I wish you were here, making that joke for the 1000th time. I'm proud of our work. We've pieced together so much. I just wish we had more time. The Gommage is still a few months away. Perhaps I can make one last trek. If you're reading this, my unknown future friend, I hope the information we've gathered helps you find answers. We've done what we could, in the hopes that you will prevail.
Yeah, there's been a nice variety in the journals that you find, like so many different approaches. Like every expedition kind of had its own approach, and then there's different people within each expedition obviously had their own approach too. So you get to see quite a spectrum of how people like tackled the task trying to stop the Gamage. Does build a nice picture. So now we have number 49, and for that we have to go to Falling Leaves. So I'll see you there. Okay. I kind of accidentally ran into these guys, and then I had to beat them. It's all enemies we've seen a million times, so I'm not going to show the fight. But I guess there must have been a reason. Oh. Can break the bigger ones too. Might not realize that. That was it. That's generally why I've not been fighting like the enemies that you see in the map. Basically, I mistakenly thought that this is where I had to go. It's here. We had to go a little further. Alright, here it is. Right, Falling Leaves next up. Wait a minute. This was a boss fight. This was a boss fight I forgot to come back to. I think that's what it was. It's another relatively big area. I think there were like 3 flyers here. Yeah, it was here. It's these guys. I don't know how strong they are, if I can just go straight in here. Honestly, I literally, all I did was, because I realized I'm going to be fighting some random encounters, any Pictos that I have that haven't been kind of turned into Lumina, I just basically equipped all of them. But I think, yeah, I'm pretty OP here. And while Verso, I swapped him in quickly because he's the man for the job here. So yeah, unfortunately this is one I forgot to come back to. But we faced so many bosses that it's fine. I'm not mad. Blizzon. Okay. Yeah, I think there's some gestural NPC or something like that I need to find here. It says, open the gate behind the boy by speaking to Lady Sap and returning to the boy. Continue up your path and blah blah blah. It's another one of these areas that is really big, and I think without a guide or a map at least, which kind of serves both purposes, it's hard to make sure you find and do absolutely everything in these areas. Lady Sap seems familiar, but I don't remember how to get to her. Ah, the gate. There you go. So I think this is the gate we're talking about. You breathe. I thought her paintings took you all. I wish I could understand why she does that. Who are you talking about? She's always been there, from the moment I was born. Could you find her? Maybe she will talk to you. Ask her why she killed them all. We'll try to find her. Thank you. A part of her is around here. Yeah, so this is something I never properly did last time. I need no encounters at this stage. Bang bang. But at least we're powering up. Let's get Verso out again. A part of her is around here somewhere. I'm probably going to go on a wild goose chase by trying to find her. I mean, it's not much of a clue. I'm pretty sure I did spend a decent amount of time around here the last time I came. But again, it's a really pretty, beautiful area. It's not exactly a chore to spend time here. I mean, look at this. The light and stuff. It's so gorgeous. But I think I'll give it like a few minutes and then just look it up. It's not. We are most definitely in that stage here. Need to wrap things up. Yeah, okay. See, this I remember now. Lady of Sap. Is this the person the boy mentioned? Hey. We met a boy. He asked us to talk to you. He asked, why are your paintings taking us all? I do it for him. I do it for us. To respect what he created. What we created. What does that mean? Obviously when Verso's asking these questions it's a bit... It has gone silent again. We should report back to the boy. Alright, good. So, for a second I was like, what the hell's going on? It's CL. Let's just do this. Basically, by the time I do the DLC, I don't want any pictos that I've picked up to not be ready to use. Might be quicker to just mash X, honestly, than aim and fire, maybe. Whatever. There you go. So already learning a few of them. Oh, 25% increased damage with gradient attacks. Again, another one. I just didn't properly look through those. So I kind of defeated Simon with a lot of stuff in reserve that I should have used. I didn't. So, yeah. Okay, he needs a little more. That's fine. So this is all good kind of stuff to pick up on our way to the DLC because it's going to have some more juicy bosses. I do feel like they probably saw a lot of like how good people got at one-shotting things. I mean, it's built into the DNA of the game to be able to do that, like to stack all of these buffs together and stuff. But I don't know if these bosses are going to have something to really counteract that stuff and just make it almost impossible to one-shot them. I'd imagine so. Please find her and ask her why she kills them all. We found her. Really? What did she say? That she is doing this for you. To respect what you created with her. But that's not what I wanted. I never... Please, maybe you can do it. Stop her paintings from erasing any more. Be careful. Thank you. So, extra area here. And this is where we'll find the journal. Hopefully. Way up. Yeah, this is a big area. quite the vantage. And there it is. 4.
Christoph, Expedition 49. We can hold the line for another few days, but we need to find a way out. Our water supply is running dangerously low. Focusing on strategy around healing was a smart move. But we can't take down an Everin like this with our weak firepower and our backs against the wall. We can keep the fighters healed for quite some time, but not without water. Even with water, we'd eventually run out of stamina. For our allies who come after, sadly our lives may have proven that defense is both absolutely necessary and wholly insufficient.
Ain't that the truth? Alright, so I guess we have an extra boss up here. I'm not going to change anything. I'd imagine I'm still a bit OP for it. Not a bit, I'm OP for it. Maybe not with all the silly pictos I have on right now, but let's just check.